Hello everyone, it's Fluffy! I haven't been posting a lot of Advance Wars content, mostly because, well, I'm in college, and college is picking up, so I have reduced my game count. But in addition to that, the amount of time it takes to play a game has been increasing. I guess more people in this uh, at this rating is spending more time thinking of their moves. Can't relate, by the way. So let's begin with this game. This is part of the Discord Live League, where we play 5 minutes plus 2-minute increment. Well, so basically we start with 5 minutes, and every turn we make we get 2 minutes added to our clock. So you have to play pretty fast. I'm thinking I should play some more Live League just to because it's easier to play these games quickly and I can get a video out on it rather than playing one game over a month in the Global League. And one that I actually have to spend time thinking on. So, I guess more lively content coming soon? Maybe? Let's begin. This map is Roll for Initiative, Tier 3. I picked Rachel because, well, I played this map before. There isn't a lot of contested properties, so I think stall play is the better choice here since you can just wait and then get up a lot of units onto the fight. You're not really losing much by losing this contested property to your opponents if you scale better long term. So I went Rachel. My opponent went Kindle. Not sure how strong Kindle is on this map since I never played Kindle in general. Only played Kindle once, but anyway, let's begin. We start with our normal infantry openings. Go for the turn 1 capture. I considered moving the infantry into the lander to start ferrying over right away, so then this infantry can get a capture chain, but I decided against it and went with double infantry on the lander instead. My opponent does the same. Does a day 3 recon, okay. So I send both my infantry in and unload them on the mountains. One infantry can reach the airport and then chain onto the city. The other infantry can reach this port and then chain onto that city. So it's they both get a property chain, which is nice. I build a tank because tank respond to recon. Simple reason. And the recon goes over here. I'll be honest, I thought the recon would go down on the right where it can perhaps threaten both of these infantry. One, two, three, four. Yeah, recon can definitely have interrupted this one. It might get trapped and lose, but you'll get an infantry which will also delay this property. I go with a second tank. Originally I intended this tank to go in the lander where I can ship it over, but because my tank can just as easily protect all my important infantry in the center, I'll just move it here and build another tank instead. Maybe this tank will get shipped. And the thing about day 3 recons is that you're being down in infantry in your capture phase very early on. You should probably just go in and interrupt something, even if you are going to lose that recon. For example, maybe you could attack from this road and deny this property for quite a while, since I either have to accept that my infantry got interrupted and keep trying to capture anyway, or move my tank in, which will ultimately mean I have to wait for another infantry to start capturing this property, and that would delay the capture phase by quite a bit. So I think choosing not to attack was a mistake here. If you're building a Day 3 recon, you pretty much have to hit something to justify delaying your own capture phase. But seeing how there's a tank going down here as well, I decide to bring in my second tank and chop it off over here. So now all my infantry here are covered by my tanks. I build an artillery. I like artillery. Plus artillery tends to slow down the game, which Rachel scales better when the game is slowed down. And I move my infantry in such a way that it stays out of the battlecopter range. And get an anti-air. Because you need anti-air against battlecopters. I still don't believe in copter as a sufficient counter to copters. And I also, because there's not much on the left side, I think it's fine if I take this property. I put my infantry in such a way that the only way to interrupt it is to use a battlecopter or cancel this capture on the comm tower to interrupt, which neither of them are really desirable given the situation. Alright, I see a lot of vehicles moving to the left. Well, this actually confused me. Why would you cancel this capture? You can just capture it right now, and then next turn move your artillery to lock it. Maybe the artillery was a turn too late, and that's why you didn't feel comfortable losing an infantry. I guess it's also because none of your tanks are covering that property exactly, so I suppose that's why. But I'm getting this property anyway, even if you hadn't moved your tanks left. And I did the plan of just putting an artillery in the back and locking that property down. Now it's mine. Even if I lose this infantry, it's fine, because I got the property. And as my opponent is making more passive plays, I decide to go forward for these two properties. Rachel scales better with the game slowing down, so I build a medium tank. A medium tank would shut down any early tank aggression, and as I want to just slow down the game so my superpower scales even better, I build medium. Medium tank seems like a safe choice, well, like the optimal choice to slow down the game. I lose an infantry, but in exchange I get a property pretty much forever. And now I'm ahead in income. So I could just sit here. There is a 30-day turn limit, which I have more properties. I could quite literally just sit there and do nothing. I scale better doing nothing. So I definitely have this game in the bag, I would say. I centralize my medium tank just to scare things away. Maybe I can force a split between the army, one on the left, one on the right, then I squish the army on the left by itself. Second medium tank, let's slow down the game even further. They pulled back, medium tank threat definitely slowed down the game over here, so I'm happy. I shift my second medium tank onto the right side because this side is becoming a little bare, and then I shift my vehicles to the right. artillery. Going back to locking this property now that my medium tank is not defending this area anymore. Third medium tank, why not? Here comes the attack again. But something happens, and that's the battlecopter moves to the right. In other words, there's nothing to defend against air units on to the left. And a rocket. I guess you could use rockets to push offensively, but it's a little difficult since they take time. I guess the map is small, and there's plenty of roads, and you got a lander. So I guess a rocket can be useful here. I take my opportunity to strike when there is no air defense on the left side. Maybe shift my anti-air a little bit to the right, otherwise this battlecopter will get almost free reign. And build a rocket of my own. I thought, if you're getting a rocket that will take time to get ready, then I must also get a rocket because I'm playing defensively here. So it benefits me that the game takes even longer. And I decide I need some practice with aggression, so I might as well take this game as a way to see if I can exploit weaknesses. One great thing I have to say about having a rocket is that if I put it between the mountains, it does cover this property, so if you want to take this property, you either have to join cap several times, which I have several units to defend, or you have to fight into my rocket, maybe even at my rocket, which is one turn from my base reinforcements. So it will be very hard to take this property. So I guess rocket is actually pretty good if you're just trying to hold on to this forward property. This is a pretty nice infantry wall. The mountain protecting the corners, which is the weakest part of the wall. As for me, I use a medium tank as my corner, simply because I want my anti-air. Well, not anti-air, my artillery in this forest. I see a breakthrough opportunity, I go in. And I shift a lot of my stuff to the right. Pull back on the left since I can't win in every front, might as well win on them. Focus my efforts on the front I want to win at. Rocket covering this property, so this property is perfectly safe. And I built a mega tank because, well, if a medium tank slows down the game for a long time, then by extrapolation, I could say a mega tank would slow down the game even longer. But it doesn't really make sense with my aggressive plan over here. I don't agree with this move. I think if you really want your Kindle power, you could just go for tank attack tank. In fact, I think tank attack tank definitely would have given enough. I don't think this part is necessary. But I go in. I intend to get my superpower because a lot of units are clumped up. I kill this infantry because, well, it redirects an infantry missile onto the right side. I sack my battlecopter, I move my tank out of the way, and then I use covering fire. And I just blew up a lot of infantry. I go in, getting a lot of easy kills over here. Going for some luck rolls. I think I got lucky with this, being able to take down 2 HP of damage instead of just 1. I did lose my battlecopter and my anti-air for that super, but I think it's worth it considering that with this many units, 2 units isn't that much for a devastating attack. Now, my opponent is sending a lot of resources to fight me over here, even trapping my medium tank. My infantry had just enough HP to capture this property, so I think it's time to withdraw, but not until after I save my medium tank. At least, I try to save it. Meanwhile, I'm starting to push over here, try to get the luck roll, didn't get it, try to get the luck roll, didn't get it, but I go in anyway because, well, I see that I have more units, so I go in. Neo tank gets a shot on my medium tank, which hurts. Urban Blight happens. Fortunately, I don't have to pay the repair cost for my mega tank again. That rocket did so much damage to my mega tank. Kendall's pretty strong on. That's a 190 attack rocket over there. But it just shows how resilient the mega tanks are. Still, that's a very expensive unit here. I decided after some thinking I wanted to do a Lucky Lass. This is live game and I thought, you know what, I don't see why I shouldn't. I go in mostly because I want to make sure I kill this rocket. And I have a lot of infantry to pressure captures. Unfortunately, I lost my anti-air when I sent it up to sacrifice, so this one is a little late. I start pressuring the properties, even joining in infantry so that I have full health infantry ready to pressure. Decide to heal my mega tank on a city, as well as resupply it. And with the amount of indirects I have, and now that I have an anti-air in the area, and a battlecopter, I think this area is pretty much won. And so, at this point, I knew the game was over. So what happened? Well, I say the first mistake is if you build a day 3 recon, you definitely want to hit something with it. This is day 3, the recon is built on day 3. I think the best move would have definitely been to hit this infantry, because I can't really punish it without delaying my capture phase by quite a bit, which will definitely justify a recon being built on day 3. But the fact that this recon didn't get any shot early on, it just slowed down Kindle's capture phase. I think Kindle was also a little too passive in the beginning. Well, recon was an example of that, but I was able to secure the income advantage. Kindle should be able to win in the early game because of her day-to-day, but I guess he just didn't see the opportunities to exploit the firepower bonus. And when the game stalls out, Rachel just becomes better since her covering fire will do so much damage, as we have seen over here. So, that was this game. I probably will do more live league content because it's easier for me to make them. But that was this game. Goodbye. Fluffy.